3 a.m. Your eyes are dry. Your heart is racing. You just made a profit. But you didn't close the computer. You thought, just a little more. Then the market turned. Your profit disappeared. You told yourself, wait, it'll come back. Now you're losing. You're angry. You're regretting. You swear you'll stop day trading tomorrow, but tomorrow night, you're back here again. Now, let me be clear from the start. This video is not telling you to stop investing. Investing wisely is smart. Building wealth is responsible. Planning for your future is necessary. The problem isn't investing. The problem is suffering while you invest. And here's the truth most finance gurus won't tell you. The biggest enemy in the market isn't the Fed. It isn't Wall Street. It isn't even the algorithms. The biggest enemy is you. Not the you that's smart, capable, and well-intentioned, but the you that's driven by invisible forces, greed when you chase, anger when you lose, delusion when you confuse account numbers with self-worth. Today I'm going to show you a 2,500-year-old diagnosis from a man who sat under a tree and understood the human mind better than any modern psychologist. He called them the three poisons: greed, hatred, and ignorance. And if you trade stocks, crypto, or any market, you need to hear this. 2,500 years ago, a teacher named the Buddha sat under a tree and asked a simple question. Why do we suffer, even when we get what we want? His answer was subtle, but powerful. He didn't say, desire is bad. He made a crucial distinction. There's Taṇhā, the kind of desire rooted in lack, the kind that clings to outcomes and whispers, I need this to be whole. And there's Chanda, wise intention, the kind of aspiration that acts from clarity, serves a purpose, and let go of the result. In ancient wisdom, mind is the forerunner of all states. The problem isn't pursuing wealth. The problem is pursuing it from a place of craving. When you invest from greed, I need more to be safe, investing becomes a trap. When you invest from hatred, the market owes me, investing becomes a battle. When you invest from ignorance, my worth is my net worth, investing becomes a mirror of insecurity. The Buddha called these three mind states the three poisons. His insight wasn't don't invest. His insight was the same action can build freedom or build suffering, depending on the mind that performs it. Today we'll break down each poison, and I'll give you 3 practical antidotes, not to make you stop investing, but to help you invest with Chanda, not Taṇhā. Because wise investing isn't about changing the market, it's about cultivating the mind that meets the market. Let's begin. Let's start with greed, lobha. In the ancient texts, the Buddha observed that craving is never satisfied by getting what it wants. It's like drinking salt water. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. Modern neuroscience confirms this. The brain releases more dopamine when anticipating a reward than when actually receiving it. This means what addicts you isn't making money. It's the possibility of making money. In the market, greed doesn't look like wanting to earn. It looks like never enough. You make 10%, you want 20%. You hit 20%, you regret not holding longer. The market pulls back, you refuse to take profits, hoping it'll return. Now you're at break even. Now you're losing. What's underneath this? A sense of lack. A quiet belief whispering, I'm not safe yet. I'm not good enough yet. Not until there's one more zero in my account. So what's the antidote? The Buddha offered 2 practices: contentment, santuthi, and giving, dana. I know this sounds counterintuitive. In a place about making money, you're telling me to give it away. Exactly. That's why it works. Practice 1, the profit outflow ritual. Next time you take profits, immediately allocate 10% of that gain. Spend it or donate it. Take a friend to dinner. Give to a cause you care about. Why? Because this trains your mind. Money is flowing energy. I am not its slave. I am its steward. When you consciously let money flow out, you break the attachment of mine. Practice 2. Define enough. Before you enter, before you open a position, write down, I will take profit at X%. I will exit at Y% loss. When you hit those levels, execute. Don't ask, what if it keeps going? Because the market always has a what if, but your life doesn't have infinite time to chase it. Remember this, greed isn't wanting money. Greed is fearing you'll never have enough. Contentment isn't giving up growth. It's recognizing you're already whole. The second poison is hatred. Dosa in the ancient texts. The Buddha taught that anger doesn't punish the object of your anger. It punishes you. It's like picking up a hot coal to throw at someone else. You're the one who gets burned. In trading, hatred isn't just losing your temper. It's resistance to reality when it doesn't bend to your will. You go long, it drops. You go short, it rips. A fire rises inside. This market is rigged. The whales are hunting me. This shouldn't be happening. Why does anger arise? Because you have a hidden assumption. The market should move the way I predicted. When reality shatters that assumption, your illusion of control breaks and pain follows. You refuse to stop loss because stopping means admitting I was wrong. You revenge trade because you want to win back your dignity. This isn't trading anymore. This is fighting the market, and the market never loses. So what's the antidote? The Buddha offered impermanence, anicca, and patience. Kanti. Practice 1. Premeditate the worst case. Before you enter a trade, ask yourself, if this money goes to zero, can I accept it? If the answer is no, reduce your position. This isn't pessimism. This is pre-accepting impermanence. When the loss actually happens, you won't panic because you've already rehearsed it. Practice 2. The stop-loss breath. When your stop-loss is hit, don't immediately re-enter. Step away from the screen. Take 3 deep breaths. Say to yourself, I accept this outcome. I protected my capital. This is a disciplined defense, not a failure. Reframe the stop-loss as a victory of discipline, not a failure of prediction. Remember this, hatred isn't anger. Hatred is resistance to what is. The market is never wrong. Our expectations are. Finally, the deepest poison of all, ignorance, Moha in the ancient texts. The Buddha taught that ignorance isn't lack of information, it's lack of insight. It's seeing the world through a distorted lens and believing the distortion is real. In modern society, we constantly equate account balance with personal value. When you're up, you're a genius. You feel smart, superior, validated. When you're down, you're a degenerate. You feel worthless, incompetent, ashamed. You've taken an external fluctuating number and made it your internal, stable identity. That's ignorance. Because your account balance is just the product of conditions, luck, cycles, liquidity. It's not entirely your skill. When you're ignorant of this, your emotions become hostage to candlesticks. You're no longer the observer. You're an actor in the drama, crying and laughing with every plot twist. So, what's the antidote? The Buddha offered non-self, anatta, and right view, samadhitta. Practice 1. The separation exercise. Write this down and stick it next to your monitor. My account balance is X, my worth as a human is Y. Remind yourself daily, these two things are not connected. Your kindness, your health, your love for your family, none of that decreases because of a losing trade. Practice 2. Process-oriented journaling. When you log your trades, don't just record profit and loss. Record, did I follow my plan? Did I trade emotionally? If you followed your plan and lost money, that's a good loss. If you broke your rules and made money, that's a bad win. Shift your evaluation from outcomes to behavior quality. Remember this. Ignorance isn't being stupid. It's believing the illusion. Account numbers are phantom. Your awareness is real. Theory sounds good, but how do you use this in live trading? I've prepared a 3 poisons clean checklist for you next time your finger is hovering over buy or sell. Take 10 seconds and ask yourself 3 questions. First, ask greed. Am I looking for an opportunity right now, or am I looking for stimulation? If you're acting from FOMO, pause, wait for a pullback, or walk away. Second, ask hatred. Am I analyzing the market, or am I trying to revenge on the market? If you just lost and want to win it back, stop. Close the computer for 24 hours. Third, ask ignorance. Am I making this decision based on data or based on a story? If you're chasing a narrative while ignoring risk, doubt it. Find the counter-argument. If you pass all 3 checks, your breath is steady, your mind is clear, then click win or lose. You are free. This is the transformation from gambler to practitioner. We began at 3 a.m. with anxiety, but I want to invite you to imagine a different scene. In one morning, you close your computer and walk into the sunlight. The market is still moving. Candlesticks are still jumping. But you are no longer moved by them. You still participate in the game, but you know it's just a game. You still pursue wealth, but you know it's not the whole picture. The market won't disappear. Volatility won't stop. But when you see the game of greed, hatred, and ignorance for what it is, you're no longer the actor in the drama. You're the audience. You can still participate, but you're no longer hostage to the plot. The Buddha, sitting under that Bodhi tree 2,500 years ago, didn't promise to eliminate risk. He promised something more valuable. Freedom from suffering while you navigate risk. In the words of the Heart Sutra, no obstacle in the mind. And because there's no obstacle, there's no fear. In trading, no obstacle doesn't mean not investing. It means not letting investing invade your mind. May your wealth grow wisely, and may your mind remain free. Thank you for watching. If this video touched you, please share it with another friend who's staring at screens late at night. See you next time.